Maverick Traders. Welcome out to your currency recap for May 13th. Corey here with you. We're going to take a look at meaningful news in the markets. We're going to look at our currency baskets, see which currencies are outperforming and underperforming. And then cryptocurrency is very interesting as well, certainly in more of a downtrend, underperforming. We'll look at that and FX pairs.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional Forex and crypto traders. Maverick Currencies is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional Forex and currency trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So today was kind of a quiet market in equities, really no movement. Crypto and currencies, there wasn't a lot going on, but that's not true of everywhere. You remember the GameStop saga from 2020? This person, Roaring Kitty, was sending out messages and driving. This thing went viral and GameStop stock exploded to the upside. Well, he went quiet for the past 3 years and then sent out a tweet this over the weekend, and GameStop stock exploded again, up over nearly 100% today. Gold underperformed commodities generally. Oil was up, crypto bounced back. So this speaks to more of a risk on, risk off. Gold is more of a safe haven and certainly underperforming. So we're seeing some of that rotation. Notice the performance today. Japanese yen underperforming, Swiss franc underperforming. Those are your defensives. Now, they didn't move drastically, but certainly that's been the trend as we've moved into more of a risk-on environment. I've highlighted Aussie and Kiwi as some of our favorite pairs of late. Crypto, a little bit of a bounce back, but I don't believe we're out of the difficult part yet. We'll look at some of those charts. And like we said, gold was down, oil was up. So a little bit of a risk-on day. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin is the best of the charts in the crypto space, but all of them are kind of consolidating / downward trending overall. Now, if we look at equities, we're in more bullish than bearish mode. But one could say, well, still a little bit of a mixed picture. If we look at this chart, we've got the 20 period below the 50, so that's out of line, but the price is above those. We're approaching the prior highs, and the way I laid this out, and I'm game planning, is if we come up in the very short term and try to break out in the next day or two, I assume that's going to be a false breakout. I think we'll get a little fake move above and then we'll plunge back below. And part of why I think that is, remember, this rally we've been on has been very, very strong. And it's used up a lot of the buying pressure that I think can be there. There's always this battle between buyers and sellers, between supply and demand, and it's exhausted a lot of demand just to get up to those prices. So what I think would be more bullish is if the stock market were to just consolidate here for the next couple of weeks. If it consolidates under the highs, that sets up for a better, more explosive, more sustainable upside move in my estimation. Now, if we look at this week, PPI and CPI data on tap. CPI is expected to come in at 0.3 month over month. That's still too high. If you annualize that, if it were to come in at 0.3 every month, well, 12 times 3, you're at 3.6 basically. And that's twice what the Fed wants. In fact, right now, on an annualized basis, we're at about 3.4 is what's projected. The Fed's target is 2, so that's just still too high. And I think the inflation coming down this month, being at 0.3 versus the 0.4, being at 3.4 versus the 3.5, I worry that that's going to fuel that little pop to the upside that's ultimately a fake out move. We've got Australian employment data out on Wednesday night, but that CPI on Wednesday morning seems to be the big economic event for this week. Now, as I look at velocity and opportunity, I've been highlighting Aussie and Kiwi as my favorite longs of late. Still like crypto more on the short side, and certainly we're seeing underperformance in the defensive currencies. like Japanese yen and Swiss franc. But CAD is underperforming when compared to Aussie and Kiwi over the past few weeks. I think that can continue. So let's look at some possible ideas and some charts here together. Here's Aussie CAD. I talked about this one recently and we've kind of consolidated. Ultimately, I think this is a little bit of a high base where we're kind of basing. Let me snap in a couple of lines here. We're just kind of basing up here after an extended move, and ultimately I would expect a move up and out. Aussie, let's just go to the currency baskets. Aussie versus most things, trading well the past few weeks. Bitcoin Cash, low basing pattern. Ethereum, down near the prior lows. Litecoin, down at or near the prior lows. All of these really have sort of a descending triangle pattern type of look to them. See the support down here, but notice how each of the highs is just getting lower and lower and lower. Ethereum, relatively equal lows down here. Again, we'll snap on a line. Relatively equal lows, but look at the lower highs. And it's like a bouncing ball. If you drop a ball on the table, first bounce is a little bigger than the second bounce, then the third bounce, and eventually you fall off the table. And that's what a descending triangle pattern looks like. It's just the bouncing ball that's about to fall off the table. Crypto looks like it's going to go to new lows. So continue to look for those areas of relative strength, relative weakness. The more bullish, to my eye, still looks like Aussie and Kiwi, and then more bearish Japanese yen, maybe even Swiss franc. Certainly the crypto markets. Hope you enjoyed this currency recap. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next time.